Is the Walking Dead. Things are far from dead for Cadiz's survival campaign. Still 14 games to go. They look to stay up, and the teams around them are not too far off either. Valencia, Getafe and Osasuna all within 3 points of Cadiz. Should they win today, they would either leapfrog or move level with those three sides. Here's the starting lineup chosen by Alvaro Cervera. Espino, Maro and Fali are joined by Carcelen in the defence. Perea, Alex Garrido and Salvi in a four-man midfield. And up top, it is new signing from the winter transfer window, Ruben Sobrino, partnering Alvaro Negredo. In goal today for Cadiz, it is Ledesma, who hasn't had the best of form as of late. Some hefty defeats for Cadiz have included 3-0 losses to Sevilla, Atletico Madrid besting them 4-2, Real Sociedad winning 4-1, Athletic Club winning 4-0 as well. They did manage to get those that turnaround in fortunes with a 1-1 draw against Barcelona last weekend. Joel Robles retains his place in goal for Betis. Emerson, Mandy, Ruiz and Miranda play in the midfield. Guido Rodriguez is joined by Guardalo in the pivot position. Ahead of them, three further midfielders, Aitor Ruibal and Lainez on the side of Canales, with Lauren Moron given striker duties today in the absence of the injured Borja Iglesias. And it will be Andres Guardado who captains the visiting side today. Alvaro Cervera, who has masterminded this ultra-defensive Cadiz side. They don't like having the ball. Betis very much a possession side. It's a clash of styles today, but it could be a fantastic encounter. A vote of confidence is given to Mandy, who starts in the defence ahead of Sydney. Victor Ruiz returns from injury. Before this game gets underway, we're going to have a minute's silence. Fixture between Betis and Sevilla. The Seville derby, El Derby, coming up in around about a fortnight's time. There will be no looking beyond this one, though, for Manuel Pellegrini's side. They want to keep up this winning run. They are playing in the green and white stripes, shooting from right to left in the first half. Here at the Ramon de Carranza, where just a slight bit of the ground is shaded. There is a slight bluster of the wind, as we saw from the flags flying high here at the stadium. It shouldn't have too much of an effect on those long balls upfield. Well, Alvaro Cervera is down in the dugout. That suspension that, in theory, was going to be given to him has been annulled. That means he can watch his side up close in this matchday 25 contest. Well, immediately Cadiz get the opportunity to send the ball into the box. It's headed away by Canales. Man delivering the free kick, and the man on the ball, Alex Fernandez, comes into the starting lineup today. Scored the equaliser against Barcelona late on. Further damaging the Catalan club's title chances. This one played over the top. It's a decent ball there, not quite brought down by Negredo. He let it drop over his shoulder. It was a handy flick through. Mandy was caught out there. Alvaro Negredo, the target man. His appearances at times have been sparing at his veteran age. Turned 35 last August. He scored 6 goals for Cadiz in La Liga action since his return to the top flight. His most recent coming at the end of January against Atletico Madrid, what proved to be a consolation goal for the southern side. This time around it's Betis who get a free kick. Manuel Pellegrini is in the dugout today. He's been talking up this fixture. He knows how dangerous Cadiz are. He said that Cadiz are a team who defend well and hit on the counter-attack, emphasising the need for maximum concentration as well as efficiency up top. Oh, there's a player peeling away on that left-hand side, not picked out. It was Guido Rodriguez who was trying to pull away. Arms out by his side, telling Canales that he wanted it played early. In the end, nothing becomes of that free kick. Well, Canales has had some varied roles in recent seasons. It looked as if he was settling into that quarterback position as the second pivot, pinging balls out from deep. Manuel Pellegrini has had a change of heart though. He's playing him higher up the pitch in recent weeks. Here's Guardado. Rolls it back into the defence. Creative player in Nabil Fekir is missing today. His brother is actually on the bench for the 4th time this season. Yet to make his debut, Yacine Fekir. Both Nabil Fekir and Borja Iglesias facing a race against time to be back for the Seville derby. Set to be out for some 14 days or so. Tap back to Canales. Sprayed across by Guido Rodriguez. Emerson tries to make some inroads. Another player missing today for Betis, William Carvalho. Betis looking strong, winning the second ball, and this one played across, it's spilt by Ledesma. Laura Moron unable to turn it across the line. He was waiting right in front of the Cadiz keeper. There's a first warning sign from Betis that they will be going all-out attack in this one. Well, we might get a shot of them shortly. 2 veterans on the bench. Juan Cala and Joaquin were sat side by side before kick-off. Joaquin, another of these players who's been used sparingly at times. With Issa Mandi. It's Guardado. Skippers the side today. is controlled by Aitor Ruibal. He's been a really interesting addition to this Betis side. He's played 16 of Betis' 25 league games since joining from Leganés. Well, in case of rejoining, of course, he did have a couple of years at the Real Betis B team. He played just 7 minutes for them in La Liga action 3 seasons ago. Playing a far more prominent role now on this left flank. Here is Ruibal on the ball, tries to leave that to roll through. There was that shot spilt by Ledesma. Always difficult when it bounces in front of the goalkeeper. It was Guido Rodriguez with the shot. In terms of astute additions to Real Betis, Guido Rodriguez scooped up from Copa America in the Mexican League. The Argentine has slotted in perfectly at Betis in a couple of seasons he's been here. He did score the only goal of that 1-0 win at the Benito Villamarin in the first encounter between these two teams. Sabrina trying to give it away. He was trying to get that from under his feet to kickstart the counter-attack. Betis continuing that high press. No hiding what Cadiz goalkeeper Ledesma is going to do. Lines up the long ball upfield. As you can see, the slight bluster of the wind not having too much of an effect on those high balls upfield. Inside. Well, the last meeting between these two sides took place on the 23rd of December. It's been a relatively quick turnaround. Now that we have an asymmetrical calendar in La Liga Santander, the game could serve as a good example to follow for Betis in terms of their strategy. As well as those recent away wins against Osasuna and Getafe. Games in which, truth be told, they haven't shone in terms of how they've played, but they have been effective in both areas. This is Lainez. Takes on Pereira, gets past Pereira. And wins a corner on that right-hand side. Coming up to 10 minutes gone. Cadiz 0, Betis 0. Trying to make himself inconspicuous. This is Lainez. Tries to swipe that ball into the opposition area, does so, and it goes straight out. Betis might miss the presence of Borja Iglesias up top. He's the striker who's given Betis 6 points in the last couple of games. Osasuna and Getafe. Suffered a muscle injury during the game against Getafe. All reports state Borja Iglesias will miss not just today's game but the match against Alaves, the objective being to return to action on March 14th at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan against Sevilla. Salvi Sanchez is back in the first 11 today. He's one of the creative outlets for Cadiz. Exciting player when he can get down the wing. Fernandez. There's a fairly standard front two today for Cadiz. We can see both alongside one another, Negredo and Ruben Sobrino. Sobrino felt he wasn't getting the minutes at Valencia. He was not used very frequently at all. Wanted the move, Cadiz came in, they were just waiting. Cadiz to see if Valencia would get in another striker which would make the move possible. They did so with the signing of Patrick Cutrone. That's Fally, who's bundled over by the number 16, Laurent Moron. An adjustment in position today for Fally. He can play either in the centre of the defence or just in front as one of the defensive midfielders. Alex Fernandez, who said after the game against Barcelona he's happy to help his brother out. Of course, Real Madrid player Nacho. Well, referee Mateo Lahoz appears to be having some difficulties with his equipment. I guess the spray down on the pitch, back the required 10 yards, and it's going to be Alex Fernandez who might send another ball towards the area. It's towards the penalty spot, headed away. In goal today for Real Betis, it's Joel Robles who retains his place. Remember, Claudio Bravo is back available, having recovered from injury a couple of weeks ago. Joel Robles staking his claim as the custodian for the visiting side. Yet to be called into action as we come up to 15 minutes played. Rodriguez puts it central to Andres Guardado. Guardado, who has Negredo lurking around him. Both players featured together for Valencia a few seasons ago. Rather ill-fated spell for Negredo at Mestalla. Failed to really pull up any trees. Canales. Pinged in from the left-hand side, just about cleared by Fally Jimenez. Dug out there by Negredo, it's one to sprint onto, and it's just too long for Ruben Sobrino to reach. Mandy. Orthodox back four today. That welcomes back Victor Ruiz after he missed a couple of games through injury. It's Sydney who makes way. Sanchez, well, he taps that back looking for Ledesma, and it may just have gone out of play. Ledesma, the goalkeeper for Cadiz, has made several fantastic saves. His first top-flight campaign. Argentinian goalkeeper is on loan from Rosario Central in his homeland. Played in 21 of Cadiz's 25 games to date. This one could be lined up for a shot from Ruiz, and it bounces ahead of Ledesma once again. He has to make a save from a long distance effort that bounces in front of him. Initially it was Guido Rodriguez, this time around Victor Ruiz. And the defence just seemed reluctant to close him down, perhaps aware of those balls over the top. It nearly proved costly. This one headed away by Fali Jimenez, out to whence it came. Canales with another corner, this time towards the back post. Good catch there from Ledesma, who looks upfield. This is where Cadiz can hurt you, on the counter. Flick through there. The attack keeps on going. Salvi Sanchez weaves inside and out, tries to play it around the defence to Ruben Sobrino, and it's Loren Moron who's tracked back to clear away the danger. Here's another look at that shot from Victor Ruiz. Had to be palmed away by Ledesma. Saw Sobrino trying to run onto that ball to the right-hand side, looking for his first league goal in over a year. Scored for Valencia in a 1-1 draw against Sevilla back at the end of October 2019. He's a well-travelled player, came up through the Real Madrid youth system. He's on the books at Manchester City, Ponferradina, Girona and Alaves. Also seen Sobrino play for them. 3 seasons at Valencia, limited appearances. Just 22 league showings in 3 seasons, or 2.5 for Ruben Sobrino. This is his 3rd game for Cadiz. A 2nd start. He was also in the first 11 against Barcelona last weekend. "20 minutes have elapsed. It's Cadiz 0, Betis 0. Seen a couple of chances for both sides, but it's only Ledesma who's had saves to make. This is Lainez. 70% possession for Betis, nothing out of the ordinary for Cadiz. Their average possession is around about 33. Just turn there from Lainez, couldn't quite get past Alex Fernandez. We saw Getafe playing against Cadiz, managed to beat them at their own game, almost obliging them to have the ball. Cadiz didn't look comfortable with it. Tries to hook that down the line, instead only gets it out of play. That draw against Barcelona will be a boost. No wins in 6 though for the newly promoted side. And that's something of a collapse at the end of last season, albeit under extenuating circumstances. Typical for everybody upon the return from the lockdown, the COVID-19 pandemic. It's part of Project Restart in the Liga Smart Bank, the Segunda División. Cadiz returning to action, struggled to get wins on the board. Will actually concede the top spot on the final day of the season to Huesca, who would be crowned champions of the Liga Smart Bank. Someone skims across to the right. Emerson. 2 players wait in the centre, Lauren Moron and Sergio Canales. They're back across looking for Moron. And this one is struck rather tamely wide of the mark. It's Aitor Ruibal who tries his luck. Wasn't the most convincing of hits. Look at Ruibal in so much space here. Pulls that down. Not a great clearance from John Garrido. It's Miranda who actually hits it on the drop, but with not much conviction. Sanchez trying that cross in. It's Ruibal who gets back and defends, covering for Juan Miranda. Cadiz yet to test Newell Robles. A rather unexpected dilemma for Manuel Pellegrini. Claudio Bravo is back fit. There's Newell Robles, who's really taken a step forward in 2021. This one rushed away. It's rolled over to the right-hand side. The cavalry come forward. Lainez, left-footed strike from him, closed down by the defence. Well, you wouldn't have expected too much of a counter-attacking threat today from Betis, with that being Cadiz's forte, and then never really committing too many players forward. They very nearly did, though. Lainez's efforts blocked inside the box as Cadiz survived that counter. Canales miscontrols, he pulls over to the right there. This is very much a different role to that which Canales was playing at the start of the season and last term as well. That deep lying role was Xavi-esque. Instead now playing behind the striker, a little more akin to the role that he played when he first burst onto the scene. Now a decade ago for Racing Santander, coming up to 11 years in fact. Sergio Canales has now turned 30, he's now made over 250 appearances for Real Betis, or rather 100 official appearances for the club. Just over 250 in all competitions with all teams. Here's a career plagued by injuries and maybe poor choices in terms of transfers. He says he feels really at home here in this Betis side. There he is on the left. Early ball into Aitor Ruibal from him, gets a fortuitous ricochet. Lainez squares up to the defender, again goes inside without too much resistance. Although he's achieved that century of appearances for Betis, understandably, Canales saying he's quite far off Joaquin on 450 games played for the Andalusian team. That foul high up the pitch means Ledesma will take a free kick. Mandy misjudge a couple of balls. Been played over the top. Hence him staying well back there. Emerson, oh, it just glides past Fernando Garrido. Guardado to Canales, it's now with Miranda. Too much movement inside the D. Lainez and Laura Moron waiting there. Perhaps preparing to time a run. Emerson hindered there by the sun in his eyes, but he does get past the defender. He's made his way into the box. And it's out for a corner kick for Betis. Approaching the half hour, Canales takes an in-swinging corner. It drops inside the area. Alex Fernandez gets it clear. It's a sprint to get on the break. Can he win that ball? We saw Negredo go forward, and Negredo will get onto this. Sobrino turns on the afterburners in the middle. Gets to the penalty spot. Negredo tries for the delivery. It was too close to Mandy. Some signs of life from Cadiz in terms of their attacking potential. We've seen a couple of counters from them. Lainez flying in there. Salvi Sanchez felt that he was entitled to go for that, and Lainez is punished for his Liu Kang's flying kick. Sixth foul committed by Real Betis. Nothing too dangerous in terms of free kicks though for Cadiz so far. This could be dangerous though. Shot that falls off a deflection, might be pounced upon, and that is a great reaction. Guido Rodriguez slides across before the trigger could be pulled. Headed on, nearly fell for Negredo. And one time Sevilla player up against his former club's arch rivals today. Salvi Sanchez can't beat the first man with what is the first corner for Cadiz in this game, just past half an hour in. Rather nonchalant kick upfield from It's Fernandez. With real quality in the midfield, he can be the glue that sticks together the defence and the attack, so important at a side like Cadiz who play on the counter-attack. Backheel attempt from Sergio Canales, saw him lose track of the ball. Fernandez tells Sanchez where to hold up for it. It is Loren Moron who plays as the sole striker today for Real Betis in the absence of Borja Iglesias. Of course, with the departure in the winter transfer market of Antonio Sanabria, there have been rumours that Raul Garcia de Haro might be brought up from the youth team, the 20-year-old who's scored 8 goals in 14 games in Segunda B. He has been training with the first team. Both he and Rodri, who is in the squad today. Raul Garcia de Haro to focus on yesterday's league game for the B team. Let's have a look at how the defence and midfield just backed off Victor Ruiz. They did so before with Guido Rodriguez. I saw him take a pot shot. Fernandez battling for that one. It's been won back by Betis. Canales tries to break away and it's a free kick for the away side, and it is the first yellow card of the game. It's for a foul by Ruben Sobrino. Short as Betis prefer to build the play up from the middle third. It's another turn attempt from Lainez. He does that so well. Can usually draw a foul or break through from that kind of move. So difficult to defend against as well. And a smaller player with a lower centre of gravity can just drop the shoulder and turn. Very difficult indeed, firstly to keep up and secondly not to give away a foul. Speaking of fouls, Emerson has just committed one. There's a look at that turn as Spino was finding Diego Lainez hard to deal with. Bundled him over with no foul given. Betis have got the better of Cadiz as of late, unbeaten in their last 3 Primera División matches. Cadiz looking for their first league win in encounters between these two teams since November of 2005. That counter-attack is cut out by Fali Jimenez. During their unbeaten streak against Cadiz, Los Verde Blancos, they outscored today's opposition 3-2. No goals in this one so far as Lainez is back defending. Oh, it's a wonderful run towards the box, but Lainez sticks his foot out, wins that and then the foul. Impromptu game of biology for Mateo Lahoz to deal with. Didn't seem to appreciate the Cadiz player showing just where he was clipped. Mateo Lahoz is one of the more permissive referees in the Liga Santander. Been an ill-tempered game as of yet. Stakes are high in this one though, the respective ambitions of these two sides. Betis closing in on the European spots. Madrid closing in on goal. His shot blasts into Fali Jimenez. Emerson, the one into the area, too far away from any of his teammates who had convened on the outskirts of the 6-yard box. It's Fali Jimenez with his shoulder. Taylor Haas had a good look at it. Jimenez with his arms behind his back. A couple of players out injured for Cadiz as well. We mentioned Jorge Iglesias and Nabil Fekir for Betis. Cadiz still missing Carlos Acapo after he was injured in the Copa del Rey game against Girona just over a month ago. Augusto Fernandez also unavailable with a long-term injury. Long from Fali. Can't get that over the top of the defence, but Salvi Sanchez has picked this up. Here is Salvi Sanchez, tries to get the shot off. Joel Robles might just have got a touch to that. It may not have been on its way in. Juan Miranda just gave a second chance to Salvi Sanchez. It does look as if it's just a fingertip save from Joel Robles. First time he's been called into action to make a stop. Canales tries to drive away the corner. Moron couldn't take that on. Salvi Sanchez can. It pinballs around for Betis. Attempt another break. Sanchez doing so well there. This back just calms things down. The back pass to Ledesma. Should Betis take a victory in this game, the pressure would certainly be on Villarreal. They take on Atletico Madrid, the league leaders, in the final Sunday game of matchday 25. Emerson. Lainez shows for it. Canales, quick glance from him, so good in possession. Manages to break away from Joander Garrido, gets the ball into the centre. Really positive performance there from Sergio Canales. Shakes off his marker, David Silva style, with the 360 turn. close in on half-time. We shouldn't have too much time added on at the break. It's been fairly free-flowing between these two sides. Just that one absence in midfield for Betis through suspension, William Carvalho. He would likely have started in this game. Betis looking adventurous without him, though. Linus. Brilliant control there. Here's Rui Bal. Sets this up for the strike, and it finds its way wide. A left-footed drive from Sergio Canales. After some exquisite control from Aitor Rui Bal. Pulls that one down as if it was stuck to his foot. Canales, he's just off target with his left-footed strike. Goes down as the third goal attempt for Betis, who twice have tested Ledesma with shots from distance. Guido Rodriguez and Victor Ruiz. Playing through, looking for the run from Juan Miranda. There's a lot of confidence from Miranda in the ability of his teammate Aitor Rui Bal to track back. He decides to make the occasional foray forward, not just down the line but also central. Playing around the back of the defence. Ledesma will reach this first, though. Down. This one comes down inside the box. It was an unexpected shot indeed from Ruben Sobrino. He was second or third favourite to reach that. Somehow managed to play it from the floor, and Joel Robles has to make his second save of the first half. It's the best opportunity that Cadiz have enjoyed. Ruben Sobrino playing that from the ground from close range. Just able to hook that one towards goal with the save from Joel Robles, absolutely vital. Referee says that there was no shove in the back there. Said there wouldn't be too much time added on, and Mateo Lahoz calls an end to the first half. It's 0-0 between Cadiz and Betis. It's been exciting and tactical at the same time. Chances for both teams. We'll have a look at that Sobrino effort. Headed on, was about to be cleared, and the striker turns it towards goal with Robles having to make the save. There have been some stops as well by Ledesma, but at the half-time break it is Cadiz 0, Real Betis 0. We are back and the two teams are about to return as well for the second half of a game that is currently goalless between Cadiz and Real Betis on Andalusia's regional day. We have a derby down south.
Live a season without a script, improvised by protagonists who rehearse non-stop. It's not fiction, it's not a thriller, it's something much bigger. And after 90 seasons, the excitement is still intact in La Liga Santander and La Liga Smart Bank. It's not football, it's La Liga.
They look for some new ideas maybe in the second half on the respective benches. Cadiz, Saponjic, Malbasic, Jaro Izquierdo, Alex Martin, David Gil, Jose Mari, Lozano, Alejo, Johnson, Pombo, Cala and Alcalá. For Betis, Joaquin, Juanmi, Martin Montoya, Daniel Rebollo, Alex Moreno, Sidney and Coco, Teo, Claudio Bravo, the substitute goalkeeper, Rodri and Fekir. Well, this could be an intriguing second half. We've seen chances for both sides. Maybe the best opportunity came with the final move of the first half. Ruben Sobrina from close range with a shot that was saved by Joel Robles. It's been much as expected in terms of possession and the way play has developed. Cadiz waiting to hit on the counter. Betis with the lion's share of possession. We shall see if that trend continues in the second stanza. Xavi Sanchez prepares to lead his teammates back out onto the pitch. A point for both sides would take Cadiz just a little bit further above the relegation zone. It would be 4 points clear. The three sides below them at the moment to have played all the 25 games to date. In the relegation zone at the moment, Huesca, Elche and Alaves. Elche, though, have played 2 games fewer due to their late start to the campaign, having participated in the Segunda División playoffs. Victory for Cadiz would take them above Valencia, who lost yesterday, to the side in 13th place, Getafe. Cadiz would move above both of those teams and would go level. A Mexican winger, he's cut inside on a couple of occasions on the opposition defence and caused some real problems. Hosts Cadiz have secured just 10 points from a possible 36 on offer in 12 Primera División contests on home soil this season. A 3-game winless streak at home. Second half underway here. Betis shooting from left to right. Over the top, this one is brought down dangerously. The goalkeeper Ledesma is able to gather. There's another statement of intentions from Betis. Long ball upfield looking for Canales. So often the deliverer of such diagonal passes. Canales trying to back up onto the defender. Mauro, who was keeping him honest. We have seen plenty of variety going forward for Betis, including Aitor Ruibal, who had a strike wide. The fullback able to get up the pitch with Juan Miranda shielding behind. Emerson. Lainez, it's always dangerous when Lainez is given space in which to run. He's given an abundance of space there. Not the greatest of passes to Canales, though. It's taken out by Espino. That's Fernandez. Wrestled to the ground by Lainez. We mentioned on the bench today Jose Mari for Cadiz. He's a player who came on as a sub against Barcelona after a lengthy spell out with injury. Could be a player who Cervera decides to use in the second half. Canales. When Lainez went down, the referee allows the advantage to be played. Miranda knocks it back. It's come to Negredo. Pass was to nobody in particular. It was asking a lot of the runner down the left. Because Pereira was trying to get upfield. He did not seem too convinced he was going to reach it. This ball here back into the area, Ledesma claims. Balls upfield looking for Negredo have seen varying degrees of success. Provided the knock-on for Sobrino to strike towards goal at the end of the first half. Another ball that went over his shoulder and just didn't quite fall for him. Espino and Emerson collided there. The referee decided to take no action. The centre, that one is headed back. Well, left with Pereira. They're trying to play that inside. Fanny Jimenez keeps up the chase, slows down Canales' progress. Moron waits in the centre. This one could be cut back to him. The defence get onto it. Lauren Moron flying in there and commits the attacking foul. Lauren Moron, who needs to get back to an attacking form in front of goal. 24, 8 and 12, the goal tally that he's picked up in the last 3 seasons. Lauren Moron, though, with just the 1 goal this term, and that was almost 4 months ago. 3 goals in the last 365 days for Betis striker Lauren Moron. There are some extenuating circumstances for him. A long isolation period after testing positive for COVID-19. He hasn't been at full fitness, especially when his teammates all came back to action, were in a rather more advanced state of fitness. 1 goal in 19 games, though, for the Betis striker. skids over to Guido Rodriguez. Man who scored the only goal of the first encounter between the two sides. Sweeps up the ball again. That has been typical from him during the opening 52 minutes. This effort is from distance. It's well over the top, though. Laurent Moron tries to vent his frustration, as does Manuel Pellegrini from the dugout. Very optimistic from Laurent Moron. That effort swinging into the stands at Ramon de Carranza. Well, the engineer, Manuel Pellegrini, could see that the geometry was all wrong on that one. Emerson again tangling with Espino. They've had something of a running battle that just a few minutes ago. So both players swinging arms at each other. It's a tussle that has not gone unnoticed by Mateo Lahoz. It surely won't be the last time these two players square up to one another down the flank. There by Garrido, Fali Jimenez. An unconvincing ball upfield. Slightly risky ball there. Ambitious one indeed that falls for Sergio Canales. He races after it, keeps it in play. Holds it up as Lainez draws the defenders away. Emerson, the momentum of the move has broken down. And in fact, Cadiz will go on the counter. Look at this from Sabrino. Certainly a player who has a point to prove in the second half of this campaign after having been deemed surplus to requirements at Valencia. Making his second start for Cadiz. Plays that into the centre. It's Robles who makes the catch. Fifth corner of the game for Real Betis. A couple of them have not cleared the first man. It's invariably been Canales who has been on set-piece duties. Here he is again. Again does not clear the first man. Tommy Sanchez, dangerous challenge there from Lainez. Mateo Lahoz with no hesitation brings out the yellow card. Sanchez breaking away, just clips the foot of Lainez, who slid in. Didn't show too much restraint there, but it is the latest booking. Over to Pereira on the left. Goes in on Mandy. Low shot from him, trying to catch Joel Robles out at his near post. So far, Joel Robles has not put a foot wrong. Much like his teammate and rival for the goalkeeping spot, Joel Robles returned from Premier League football to La Liga. He's getting a chance to show his stuff in the last few weeks with Claudio Bravo having suffered an injury. Chilean back in the squad. He's not been able to work his way back into that sole goalkeeping position. Substitutions are being prepared for Real Betis. Another Canales corner incoming towards the penalty spot. Again, some of the better opportunities to get upfield for Cadiz have come from Betis corners. Linus was careful not to commit a foul there, having just been booked. Sabrina trying to break away from Miranda. They both go to ground. Mateo Lahoz will take no further action. Emerson plays back. Runner through the middle was unspotted. Guido Rodriguez plays the more simple ball. About to reach the hour mark here at Ramon de Carranza. It's a ball over the top, chased down by Issa Mandy. Mandy came for it and just ushered it out of play away from Salvi Sanchez, and with that, Joaquin is going to come on. A substitution that will also see Juanmi introduced, so Linus, hot on the heels of picking up that yellow card, is withdrawn by Manuel Pellegrini. It's Aitor Ruibal who will be replaced as well. Double switch made on the hour mark by Real Betis to try and switch things up. Towards the area, and the referee goes across. It's a yellow card, and it's Juanmi. Just 10 seconds or so after coming on, he picks up a booking. Well, Linus was likely withdrawn as a result of his yellow card. Juanmi immediately restores that disadvantage. Free kick is in a dangerous spot for Betis. Scooped over towards the penalty spot. Fali Jimenez was trying to track it. Garrido. Sabrina doesn't go to Guardado immediately. Still waiting for the first Cadiz substitutions. I've had a couple of players warming up. glancing header out there by Joaquin. Oldest outfield player in La Liga Santander. Not getting as many starts as in previous years. Has been used in the starting lineup just 11 occasions. It's the 5th time he's come on as a substitute. Ball taken inside by Miranda. It's taken away from him though. See Kwame trying to pull away. It's headed clear. Up next for Cadiz, they take on Eibar next weekend. Then it's Alaves, then Villarreal, then Valencia. A series of games that could define their season. They will want to pull away from the relegation zone as soon as possible. For Betis, they play Alaves, and then it's the big derby which takes place at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan against Sevilla. Then Levante, their opponents, and then Elche. Long by Fernandez. Victor Ruiz trying to organise things up top. Plays it to Canales, it's come to Joaquin. Those two switch positions. Canales might send the ball in. Guido Rodriguez. Guardado, space on the left-hand side for Miranda. Kwame shows for it. Instead, Guardado sends a crossfield ball over to Emerson. Everybody pushing forward for Betis, and that might be to their detriment if Cadiz could get on the counter. Played into Emerson, breaks into the box, gets that ball across, and it will not be finished as Fali Jimenez punts it clear. Alvaro Cervera has said that Betis is one of the best sides in La Liga in terms of possession. So that they are a very good side with the ball. It's been something of a clash of styles so far. Betis have carried on the trend in the second half of keeping possession. Cadiz willing to give the ball away. Willing to concede, which is something that Alvaro Cervera has been insistent on. He says that his side actually play better. They focus on the opposition not scoring. They've just been lacking that good first pass after regaining possession. Substitution has been prepared for Cadiz. It will take place shortly, maybe in the next pause in play. Trip over there, punished by the referee with a free kick. Joaquin. Canales, Emerson wants it. Emerson's going forward more and more and more as the second half progresses. Given away here, Guardado shoots. It's a bouncing effort that is pushed away. Ledesma does it again to keep out the effort from the Mexican midfielder. It's a quick change of direction from Guardado to get onto the pass. And it was a solid shot from him. Ledesma parries clear. Betis enjoy another corner. Again, it doesn't clear the first man, Salvi Sanchez. Double substitution on the way. Sapunjic, one of the players to come on. Change that sees Alvaro Negredo make way. John Ander Garrido, the captain, will also be replaced. Jose Mari comes on, returned from a long-term injury in the second half of the game against Barcelona. He is the replacement in midfield, whilst Sapunjic is the switch up top. Sapunjic, who has joined Cadiz on a loan deal from Atletico Madrid. Still to open his account. Cadiz, he just played the 98 minutes for them in league competition across 3 appearances. Played only 4 minutes for Atletico Madrid in 2 appearances last season. The 23-year-old Serbian comes on. We'll see a Serbian strike partnership later on if Malbasic is brought on. Player whose arrival is imminent, Christian Teo. Will come after this corner and the next break in play. Second ball headed on, easy catch there for Joel Robles. We are inside the final 20 minutes here at the Ramon de Carranza. Guido Rodriguez. Worked inside, it's a foul there that is not given by Mateo Lahoz. So Teo is going to come on. There's a change that sees Loren Moron withdrawn. His goal drought continues, coming up to 4 months since he last hit the target in La Liga Santander. Christian Teo. We shall see if he operates at centre forward. We have have a look at the positioning from Cadiz as they pack the middle. Cut back looking for Canales. Looks as if maybe he's playing the furthest forward. The Betis players. Teo will add an injection of pace. Right-hand side, Safanjic was looking for an acrobatic attempt on the follow-up from Salvi Sanchez. Loops over the crossbar. Should the score remain the same here, Cadiz will go 7 games without a win in league action. The alarm bells would start to ring. Nutmeg there, very ambitious from Christian Teo. Recent struggles for Cadiz have largely been down to a poor defensive record. Only one side in La Liga have conceded more than the 40 goals Alvaro Cervera's side have shipped so far in this campaign. He has acknowledged his side conceding too many. Almost comes with the territory though when defending so deep. There's Espino on the run. Down the left-hand side, just got a slight bit of vertigo as he reached those uncharted territories. Not too often we've seen Espino go that high up the pitch in the second half. Emerson. Worked away here by Saponjic, over to the right-hand side. And the Cadiz machine kicks into life. Floated over, Yul Robles catches that. Saponjic again and made the run through the middle. Well, both sides have decided to freshen things up with substitutions. These players have got involved early doors. Espino takes the ball away from Joaquin. Ball across, it doesn't meet any of those yellow shirts that were waiting inside the box. Since he's come on, Kwame has picked up a yellow card and received a foul. Meanwhile, Fali Jimenez has pulled up. And the signal appears to have been given to the bench. Warming up is Juan Cala. We can't see exactly who Mateo Lahoz is giving a talking to. Something had attracted his eye. It might have been Juanmi. So Juan Cala will be brought on. Fali Jimenez goes off. He'd pulled up. Taylor Hoss tells him to vacate the field of play at the nearest possible point. Maybe an awkward fall from him. Cadiz will be hoping that their versatile defender come midfielder is able to feature on matchday 26. Cala comes on. Still all to play for in the final 10 minutes or so here at the Ramon de Carranza. Guardado playing that one in, looking for Canales. Maybe that killer instinct just lacking for Betis today. Two players who've helped them to points in recent games unavailable, Borja Iglesias and Nabil Fekir. Just deal with that relatively easily. Good sprint. Still ongoing. It was just a cynical pull back, and with it comes a yellow card. Espino doing what he had to do to keep back Sergio Canales. Guardado is removed from the field of play. Coming on is the youngster Rodri Sanchez. This one over towards the back post and evades everybody inside the box. Ivan Alejo and Jairo Izquierdo will also be brought on. Two players who love to get up and down the wings. They will add some freshness for the final 10 minutes. Pereira is one of the players who vacates the field of play. And Salvi Sanchez does likewise. Problems for Fali Jimenez. Cadiz fans will be waiting to hear what the condition is of one of their more influential players. More details will be known following the game. Well, there was just a single goal in the reverse fixture scored by Guido Rodriguez. That was back in December. Came in the 71st minute. We're 82 minutes deep in this one. It's around about this time that Cadiz got their equaliser against Barcelona last weekend. series of passes from Betis. Footed ball over the top to Emerson, he keeps it in play, but Espino hooks it clear. As things stand, Cadiz will be 4 points clear of the drop zone. All teams below them bar Elche, having played 25 games. Just within a point of Valencia and Getafe as well. Still 7 minutes to be played though. From the right, it's headed into the net. And late on, Juanmi nods the ball across the line. Betis break the deadlock. And lightning may have struck twice. Betis, who beat Cadiz 1-0 in the reverse fixture, find themselves a goal to the good with just 6 minutes remaining. It's second half substitute Juanmi, one of the shorter players involved in that traffic inside the area, lunges towards the ball, in from Edison. Headed in by the striker. And it is Cadiz 0, Real Betis 1, with little time for a response from the home side. Juanmi's goal turns the game on his head. It's his first this season in La Liga Santander. Not the most prolific of strikers. His last goal, in fact, came back last July in a 4-2 loss away to Levante. At the last time he found the net in the league. Has already scored 2 goals in the Copa del Rey this season against Athletic Club and against Mutilvera. And this is account opened in the league for the season. And what a time to do it. 5 minutes to go. Perhaps no way back for Cadiz. Will have to completely change their strategy and push forward with everything they have. Juanmi tried that 1-2, wasn't on the same page as Christian Teo. Diol Robles. Slipped down the line, but it's well read by Juan Miranda. Cadiz left it late for that equaliser against Barcelona last weekend. They will need something special in the final few moments of this matchday 25 encounter. If they had to get something from the game. Well, it will come as another bitter blow for Cadiz. Especially the manner in which they conceded. Cross in met by one of the shorter players in the Betis squad. it in past Ledesma. A 41st goal of the season conceded by Alvaro Cervera's side. Izquierdo. Well, those two wingers have been introduced to try and add some pace on either flank. Their energy might be needed in the final couple of minutes. Here is Jaro Izquierdo. Espino continues, plays a poor ball inside. Teo dinks that forward. Kwame might just take this to the corner flag. Instead tries to slide it through to Miranda. Miranda will cut this back, and Ledesma, in installments, makes the collection. Jaro Izquierdo. Cadiz might just start hurling balls forward. Sapunjic was showing for it on the edge of the box. He's still looking for it as he tangles with Ruiz. Here he is, Sapunjic, ball back. Possibly just 10 points from a possible 36 on offer in home games for Cadiz this term. Espino tries a cross in. Emerson's fouled. He gets a kick in the stomach for good measure. Here's another look at the goal. Kwame nodding in off the cross from Emerson. Sapunjic to it, and perhaps hands the victory to Real Betis. A three-match winless streak at home dating back to January 19th, about to be extended for the home team here at the Ramon de Carranza. Well into stoppage time. A second of 4 minutes minimum to be played. Kwame, a delicate touch there. Teo tries to get the sprint on. Nothing becomes of that move upfield. Betis might just want to keep hold of the ball. Jaro. Alejo tries to cross that one in. Final chances coming up for Cadiz to get something from this game. With Espino, look at Betis dropping deep now. Offside flag is up. And that could be all she wrote for Cadiz. Betis will be in no hurry to get this one back underway. Pull back there on Juanmi, it's thumped away. Frustration setting in for Mauro Lopez. You can see the majority of those Betis attacks coming from down that right flank. It's from where they got the goal with that cross in. Betis set to pile the pressure on Villarreal, who they move above at least temporarily, ahead of the Yellow Submarines' visit to take on Atletico Madrid. That's coming up tonight, the 9 PM local time kickoff. Real Betis take the victory in the Andalusian derby on Andalusia Day. They do so courtesy of Juanmi, who scores late on. Another meeting between these two sides, another 1-0 victory for the men in green and white. Juanmi Jimenez is named king of the match, came on as a substitute, headed in with little time for Cadiz to respond. Yes, another 3 points for Betis that keeps up a winning run for them. 3 on the bounce now for Manuel Pellegrini's side. They were suffering from a lack of Borja Iglesias and Nabil Fekir, who are unavailable today. They switched things up with the introduction of Juanmi in the second half, and it pays dividends as Real Betis move up to 39 points. The final score here at the